Every minute of every
Every
day,
minute,
blood
every day,
flows
blood
through every
flows through
corner of your
every
body.
corner of your
The
body.
flow of blood
The
brings
flow of blood
oxygen
brings
and other
oxygen
nutrients to your
to
tissues.
your tissues.
Then it loads
Then
up the
it
waste
rolls up
products
the
of your
waste products
metabolism
of your
and carries them
metabolism
away.
and carries them away.
This system of
The
nutrient
system of
exchange is what
nutrient
keeps your
exchange is what
organs and
keeps
tissues
your
alive.
tissues alive.
It's made possible
It's
only
made
because of
possible
the
only
steady
because of
beating
the
of your
steady
heart,
your
the
heart,
driving force
the
of your
driving force of
circulatory
your
system.
circulation system.
How can your heart
How
keep
can you
beating and
keep
beating,
breathing
never
and beating,
stopping,
never
and
stopping,
rarely
and
getting out of
rarely
sync?
getting out of the
It's
sync?
possible
It's
because of the
possible because of
specialized
the
type of
specialized
muscle,
type of
cardiac muscle, that makes up the
that
heart
makes up
tissue,
the heart tissue,
and also because
and
of the
also
action
because
of
of the action
specialized
of
electrical pathways
specialized
that run through the
pathways
heart's
that run
walls.
through the heart walls.
Before I go into
Before
cardiac
I go to
muscle,
cardiac
let's
muscle,
back up
let's
a bit.
back up a bit.
You may
You
recall
may
from last
recall from
time that
last
the
time
action of
that
a
the
muscle
action
is
of a
always
muscle
to
is always
contract.
to contract.
Muscles can
Muscles
extend
can
only
extend only
passively.
passively.
They extend as they
They
relax
extend
between
and relax with the
contractions.
contractions.
You'll also
You'll
recall
also
that the
recall
human
that the
body has
human
different
body has
types of
different
muscles.
types of
For
muscles. For
example,
example,
skeletal
skeletal
muscle
muscle
controls
controls
body
body
movements,
movement,
and cardiac
and the
muscle
cardiac muscle
controls the
controls
body's
the
blood
body's
flow.
blood flow.
Skeletal
Skeletal
muscle is
muscle
found
is
throughout the
found
body,
throughout the
but
body,
cardiac
but
muscle is
cardiac
found
muscle
only
is
in
found
one
only
place,
in one
the
place,
heart.
the heart.
Skeletal muscles get their
Skeletal
name
they
from the
get the
fact
name
that their
from the
movement is
fact that
based on
their
the
movement
contraction
is
of
based on
muscles
the
working
contraction of
against the
muscle working
skeleton.
against the skeleton.
Skeletal muscles are
Skeletal
attached to
muscles
the
are
bones,
attached to
and they
bones,
move the
and they
bones by
move the bones by
contracting.
contracting.
A skeletal muscle
Skeletal
consists
muscle
of a
consists
bundle
of
of
a
long
bundle of
fibers
long
running the length
fibers
of the
running
muscle.
the length of
The
muscle.
bundles of
The
fibers
bundle of
are
fibers
arranged in
are
a regular
arranged in a
pattern,
regular pattern,
a repeating
a
pattern of
repeating
light
pattern
and
of
dark
light and
bands.
dark band.
This band is called
This band is
striation,
called
and skeletal muscle is also known as striated muscle. When a
muscle
muscle contracts, the length of each bundle is reduced. A skeletal muscle contracts only when it's stimulated by a motor neuron. Cardiac muscle, on the other hand, contracts rhythmically, all on its own. Cardiac muscle cells can generate impulses on their own, without any input from the nervous system. They can do this because of complex chemical and electrical changes involving sodium, calcium, and potassium, each of which carries an electrical charge. Like skeletal muscle, cardiac muscle is striated. However, the membranes between cardiac muscle cells contain specialized regions that provide direct electrical contact among cells. What this means is an electrical impulse generated in one part of the heart will spread to all the cardiac muscle cells. Thus, the whole heart will contract. Cardiac muscle cells can generate impulses without any input from the nervous system. In contrast to this, skeletal muscles don't contract unless the nervous system tells them to. A single cardiac muscle cell will beat even when it's isolated from the heart and placed in cell culture in the laboratory. If you removed a little piece of muscle from your heart and put it in a dish, you would see it continue to contract. That's because cardiac muscle cells have something called an action potential. Electrically, they're set up so that sodium and calcium, positive ions, change places with potassium, the negative ion, across the cell membrane. This happens automatically over and over again. When sodium, calcium, and potassium ions move into or out of a cardiac cell, it causes the muscle to contract. What we think of as a heartbeat is really a series of contractions in the cardiac muscle. When the heart's walls contract, they force blood out of the chambers and into the next chamber, or the large blood vessels that lead to the rest of your body. Every day your heart contracts 100,000 times or more, pumping more than 2,000 gallons of blood. But unlike the skeletal muscles in your body, your cardiac muscle can never stop and take a rest. If your heart stops beating, you have very little time, only a matter of minutes, for it to start up again before all your other body systems are permanently damaged or stop functioning altogether. Every minute of every day.
So, Julian, are you all ready to start another year?
Almost. I've still got to get a parking permit, but I was a little shocked to see how much they cost this year. Last year, it was only $35 a quarter to park on campus, but now it's $50. That's a big increase. The annual permits went up too.
That's probably because the college built that big new parking lot.
Yeah, and they're making the students pay for it. The faculty and staff can park on campus for free, and they get to park next to the main building in the old lot. But we have to park in the new lot. And we're hit with a big fee increase. It's not fair.
I'm glad I take the bus.
I don't even understand why they had to build that new parking lot. It's bigger than they really need, and it's so far away from everything. It takes a long time to walk from the parking lot to where most of the classrooms are. And they want us to pay more for the privilege.
So, Julian, are you all ready to start another year?
Another year?
Almost.
Almost.
I've still got to get a parking permit. But I was a little shocked to see how much they cost this year. Last year, it was only $35 a quarter to park on campus. But now it's $50.
Now it's $50.
That's a big increase.
So that's where
the annual permits went up too.
That's probably because the college built that big new parking lot.
Yeah, and they're making the students pay for it. The faculty and staff can park on campus for free, and they get to park next to the main building in the old lot. But we have to park in the new lot, and we're hit with the big fee increase. It's not fair.
I'm glad I take the bus.
I don't even understand why they have to build that new parking lot. It's bigger than they really need, and it's so far away from everything. It takes a long time to walk from the parking lot to where most of the classrooms are. And they want us to pay more for the privilege.
So, Julian,